This video complements reading and listening assignments about the musical element we call texture. Texture refers to the ways in which different musical lines interact. In this, it brings together the horizontal and vertical aspects of music. One might compare the texture of musical lines to the threads that criss and cross in a textile such as a sweater. Sometimes we use subjective terms to describe texture, terms such as transparent, dense, thick, thin, heavy, or light. This short video focuses on three specifically musical concepts we use to describe texture. These three concepts are monophony, polyphony, and homophony. Monophony refers to music having one melodic line. This melodic line can be sung by one person or 100 people. The key is that there is only one melodic line. If we all sang the melody of Amazing Grace together, that would be monophony. Likewise, if I play the melody line of Amazing Grace on the piano, it's also monophony. I can even play it in octaves. I could even sing along. La 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 la. It's one musical line, therefore it's monophony. Homophony is the most typical texture found in rock and pop, and especially in songs and folk music. Music having homophonic texture has one main melodic line with accompanying chords. Amazing Grace played with homophonic texture might sound something like this. In that case, I still have the melody line right here, but the other hand is doing chords. Just accompaniment. Now, polyphony is the simultaneous sounding of two or more relatively equally important melodic lines. Dixieland and bebop jazz can be very polyphonic. Some rap is also quite polyphonic. Sometimes the difference between homophony and polyphony is very subtle. You might have a song with one very dominant melodic line, but with somewhat interesting accompanying lines. Or you might have a song with several lines that move together, and as they move together, almost merge into one. This term, I'm most interested in you being able to identify a piece of music that is clearly homophonic. A second priority is for you to hear how composers tend to insert polyphonic moments into their music to make it more interesting. Polyphony, after all, is an element of music that music is especially good at producing. This is quite different than, for example, painting. If you have the color blue on a canvas and cover it up with yellow, the result is going to be yellow. Perhaps if the paint is not yet dry, you might get green, but you're not going to still see the blue. Music has an amazing ability to present several ideas simultaneously in a way that allows each musical idea to remain independent and prominent, as well as contribute to the whole. One form of polyphonic music that is very explicit is the round, or the canon. Take, for example, the tune Row, Row, Row Your Boat. If I sing it by myself, it would be monophony. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, so on and so forth. If I play some chords on the piano while I sing, it becomes homophony. But if we all got together in the same room and split ourselves up into two or more groups, and we sang Row, Row Your Boat, in a way that each group started at a different point in time, we would end up with a canon or a round. Canons or rounds are what we call strictly imitative polyphony. Every subsequent group of singers imitates the initial group of singers exactly. This concludes our short video about texture. Before you move on to the assignments and videos about musical form, do revisit some of the music we've talked about, especially pieces such as Sea Jam Blues and Good Vibrations. Both of these songs might be considered primarily homophonic. That said, Good Vibrations uses a lot of very different accompanying voices and is polyphonic at several places. For example, listen for the entrance of the organ, as well as some of the imitative polyphony near the song's end.